Hello, welcome to Kaustubh's hacking tutorial. Kaustubh here. This video we are covering the Nmap, the first tool of our first phase, that is information gathering of hacking. In hacking, the information gathering phase is too much important, and for that information gathering, Nmap is very much important tool. Nmap plays a very important role in hacking network, hacking web application, or anywhere to get the overall intro, or you can say overall structure of organization. Nmap is pretty useful. So what we are covering in this video, I'm not gonna show you the Nmap and IP address and the output of Nmap. No, absolutely not. In this video, I'm gonna show you the best practices of using Nmap and the meaning of switches that we used in Nmap and some demo and when to use which switch kind of stuff. Okay, so let's start a little bit Nmap background. Nmap tool is designed by Floeder in 1997. It's the most used tool in the world. I had read it somewhere that more than 30,000 downloads per day happened of Nmap. Nmap is now celebrating 16 years of success. It's the easiest tool, fastest tool, and multi-purpose powerful tool. That multi-purpose we will come to know when we are starting scripting engine. And when Kali release, from the first release, Nmap is listed in top 10 security tools. It's a well documented, portable, free, and supported for overall too many Linux. In demo we will come to know why I'm saying the supported. You can see here is a Kali Linux and there are top 10 security tools, and you can see Nmap here. So Nmap deserves that. It's a pretty useful and powerful tool. So now we are taking some basic advanced command. Here are some basic commands, but I am describing here the use cases of that command. So what happened in some time we used to need scan a whole segment. So for that you just have to put IP address slash the segment of network. Here you can see Nmap IP address and segment of network. That will scan the complete network. Suppose in your network 10 PCs are in production, 10 PCs are running in production environment, so you have to exclude that. Obviously you are not going to scan the production segment in Nmap. So here are the small command -- exclude. In complete network scan, Nmap will exclude first 1 to 10 IP. Here explicitly you can write 1 IP or 1 to 10 IP. That is standard Nmap input format. And in too many VAPT cases, I had seen the people used to provide the list of IP address, and usually in too many cases I had found that people are running scan on individual IP. So rather make a list of that IP addresses and provide the output of, provide that as an input to Nmap. So Nmap -I and capital L, Nmap input list and the path of list file where the IP address is written. Okay, so Nmap-IL, it's really pretty useful command. And here you can see Nmap-IP and -P port. Suppose you have a segment of 200 web servers and you want to check the which server are running or which servers are alive. So basically you just give the segment Nmap IP slash network and -P port. So in this case Nmap will scan for only port number 18, and you will come to know how many servers are serving a web in our production. Nmap-IP-P, you can provide multiple port scan. Limited means your preferred port scan. Here you can just write for example here I had written web server port, SSH port and FTP port. So this is also pretty useful. You have to check the ATN 443 in this case. Nmap-PN and IP address of machine. The PN stands for not to ping a system. usually Nmap pings the system and then it's started scanning. So hyphen pn stands for not to ping with that IP address, and nmap hyphen n stands for not to resolve DNS. In nmap used to, when we run a scan on nmap uh, resolved it first and then started scanning. So it's not recommended for huge scan, and R for not to reverse look up the IP address. So hyphen n and hyphen pn are pretty useful stuff. Now we will see this advanced scanning technique. What are the switches we can use for scan? Here are some scanning techniques designed by Nmap. So Nmap hyphen small s stand for scanning, and capital S is for that particular technique. So Nmap hyphen s and capital S stand for scene scan. Uh, I had a, I hope you all had gone through. I hope you all had gone through the TCP/IP basics in detailed video. It's recommended to go through that video first and then come to this, because we are gonna using some basics IP flag settings also. So again, continuing the topic, nmap hyphen s small s and capital S, it stands for scene scan. In this case, nmap just send a scene packet and scan the, if that packet is getting acknowledged, nmap declared it's done. Nmap hyphen st perform here a three-way handshake, which I had explained in last time. So nmap hyphen st stands for three-way handshake scan. Nmap hyphen sa stands for acknowledgement scan. So in this case, nmap sends the acknowledgement packet only. This is pretty useful when you to identify the state of firewall. There are two state of firewall, one is stateful and stateless. To identify this, if the firewall is taking track of packets, so our nmap hyphen sa should get rejected. Then if that packet got rejected, it means the firewall is stateful, unless it's a stateless firewall. So okay, and nmap hyphen su stand for UDP scan. Nmap hyphen sv stands for service version gather. Suppose you run a nmap hyphen sv on any web server port, so this will give you the information that which web server are running at background from the signature. Okay, and nmap hyphen sc, that's a pretty awesome nmap scripting engine, a very powerful tool designed by nmap team, and there are many thousands and thousands scripts are available for nmap, and it's pretty easy. They are using Lua for writing scripts, so that is too much awesome. I will demonstrate you some scripts. Okay, so let's discuss hacking techniques more detailed using this, or nmap detailed. When you run nmap as a normal user on Linux, it performs a scene scan, and when you run a nmap with root user, it performs a three-way handshake scan. So nmap hyphen ss run when you just run a nmap and IP command, and nmap hyphen st runs when you just run a nmap command as a root user. So keep in mind this. Nmap hyphen t, there are too many time frames are defined by nmap, so you can use from time 1 to time 5. Time 1 is I think longest frame, and time 5 is shortest frame by nmap time scan. Nmap hyphen sa is the best way to identify firewall state, as I have previously explained what it does. Nmap hyphen o stands for output file, with what output you want. Nmap provide script kd output, XML output, HTML output, and too many outputs provided by nmap. Nmap hyphen capital O is used for OS detection, to identify the OS of system. You can identify it by nmap. with -o segment, and nmap-a. Lastly, aggressive time taking but perfect scan. nmap-a will gather as much as information possible from that host. So it's not recommended to run nmap-a at first attempt. You should try this service version gather and then pan and all, and then lastly you should try nmap-a to gather the complete information. Okay, so let's start our demo. In demo, I'm gonna demonstrate you input file, service version file, and OS detection, nmap scripting engine, and the IP of host. Resuming our video, there was some interruption. Uh, Sorry for that. Okay, so we are at demo, nmap demo, and our first demo is of uh, nmap inputting the list of IPs. So here is the list of IPs, IP list. Okay, let me confirm again what's the IP of our system. It's same 219. Here you can see the one IP is of my system and one is my router. So we will see how nmap work with IL. Nmap hyphen small I capital L. Make sure your input parameter is proper, means small and capital. Nmap is case sensitive. Almost Linux is case sensitive in fact. So here you can see IP list, and here we can see nmap had successfully scanned 1.1 as well as my system also. So you can write a specific list of IP in your file and you can start nmap on it. Okay, so what's next? We have to discover the service version running on the client IP, or we can say victim system. So I will just run it on my local host. I am running VSFTPD server for FTP and Apache as a web server, and we will see nmap hyphen s small s scan technique is version discovery and start. Here you can see the version of VSFTPD is running on my system, as well as Apache 2.2.22 is running on my system. Okay, and next is our OS detection. Make sure that OS detection and all stuff like aggressive scan and all, it requires root privileges. So make sure you are doing sudo. So I had started the OS detection, and OS detection perform. Okay, it's saying Linux 3.7 or 7 to 3.15. It identifies the kernel 3 Linux kernel running Linux 3 series kernel. Okay, so we'll see how accurate is uname. Oh, we can see here also uname sudo required uname hyphen r. See, it's 3.12. It suggested 3.7 to 3.15. Okay, so this is how nmap detect the OS. Now the scripting engine, and that is a very fantastic. I just love this. Sudo nmap hyphen small script. I'm running FTP, so I will run FTP anonymous login script FTP hyphen anon on my system, and output will be unbelievable. You can see here it had just it run a script nmap, and you can see here the output FTP anon script output allowed method, anonymous login is allowed, FTP code is 230, and you can see it had taken all the file osec install, loader.exe, chaos.tor.gz, and image also. So you can see the list of nmap script here in usr share nmap. In nmap I think it's scripts. Here are 470 scripts are currently present on my system. These are all very powerful, very awesome and superb script. Please make sure you had go through this nmap scripting engine. It's very powerful. You can see metasploit info, McAfee EPO agent. There are too many scripts and too many awesome scripts are there. So nmap is overall cool tool. And now our deadly scan, nmap hyphen a sudo nmap hyphen a on localhost. It will try to run all possible script it will try to detect the operating system which is running. It will try to detect everything regarding to host, but took time. You can see here it detect the OS. Here it run a HTTP script. It found Apache 2.2. Then it run a HTTP wrong place to check. This was the title of my local host. Okay, and here is FTP fetch data. It shows the service FTP and the related information to FTP. On here it shows the Apache running, and here it shows HTTP title. If there is authentication and all, it try to put that also. Too many customizations are possible with script, and too many powerful techniques can be done by script. Okay, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching this video. You can follow me or tweet me at securitybeast. You can visit my site. You can mail me for any query, and here is my YouTube channel, Hacker Kaustubh. And our disclaimer is as I spoken earlier, it's for educational purpose only. Stay tuned. If you have any query, you can tweet me directly or you can put in comments. Thank you for watching. Kaustubh.